Look at the Smash thing out of the way now. And then I just want to play Pokemon. Deadass. Okay, so I think this was like a year ago. I put out a tier list on Twitter that was basically doing it was cutting the Smash roster in half because everyone speculates like what's happening after Ultimate, what are they gonna do, what are they gonna make, how do they go up from Ultimate, and most people speculate that they're just gonna reboot it. Most people think that like they're just gonna reboot Smash Ultimate. Let me get some Smash music going actually. Yeah. So most people just think they're gonna reboot Smash Ultimate or Smash Bros after Ultimate. Well, I don't know if that's gonna happen if they're gonna do Smash Ultimate Deluxe. We have to agree that this roster is bloated to all hell, right? We can cut down on at least half of these characters and still have a pretty complete game. So that's what we're gonna do. I think there is 82 characters total. We're also going to just like separate Echoes from the equation. So Echoes count as like the one character that they're bundled with to make things like more interesting. So I put this out. This is the tweet. I don't even know if I agree with it. So we can just reset this. Oh, I didn't want to reset it that much. Because there's only two options. You either stay or they go. These are Echoes. Okay? Here are these. These are Echoes. These don't count for the purposes of our discussion. So that, Lucina, Dark Pit, where's Ken? Ken, Richter. Is there any others? That was it, right? Those are the only Echoes? Okay. So here we go. We have, I believe without Echoes, it's 71. This counts as 1, so this is fine. So we have like 70 or so. So we have to cut these down to like 25 each. No. 35 each. Okay. Get these out of the way. Oh, this is an Echo. I think I'm of the opinion that no matter what, these 12 will always stay. Whether they reboot it, whether they make a new game, doesn't matter. These 12 just stay. Like, no matter what. I think this is like the Street Fighter 2 roster, right? Where it's like, no matter what, these characters are grandfathered into every single Smash game. Until the sun goes out. And, like, nothing, like, literally nothing changes that. These 12 just stay in, okay? We can kind of go through. I want to create a list below of, like, I don't knows. Just for sorting purposes. Because at the end of the day, we'll just have these three as the tier lists. But I kind of want to know that, like, I want to sort through, like we do with the PlayStation All-Stars and the other fighting game tier lists. I want to, like, figure out what I'm not sure about and then sort them accordingly, you know? I think Peach stays. I think Bowser stays. I think Mario just has, like, a lot of pull in general. And it'd be weird to, like, not have those two. Ice Climber goes. Sheik goes. Zelda stays. Dr. Mario goes. Pichu goes. Falco stays. He's too important. I think he's too much of a Smash character to let go. Marth obviously stays. Goes. Stays for the Zelda reason. But I think this is your Zelda representation. It's just these three. Mewtwo I'll put... I don't know. It kind of depends. Because I think Mewtwo... It's weird because he was proven cuttable into Brawl and then the beginning of Smash 4. So it's proven that he's not safe. So we put him in I don't know. Roy goes. Game & Watch stays. I think. Maybe we'll put him in I don't know. It might get weird. He's at like the top of I don't know for me though. Meta Knight stays because Kirby only has 3 reps. So that's obvious. Pit stays. Sakurai loves him. I feel like he's gonna get a new game at some point. I feel like Ultimate HD, or not Ultimate HD, Kakarot's Uprising HD feels like something they'll do eventually, to be honest. If that's not the project Sakurai's working on right now. So. Seawolf, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Zero Suit, I'll be real. I'm gonna put in I don't know. At least for now. I know Metroid is like kind of scrapping by for representation, but I also think Zero Suit is like only from Zero Mission, right? I think if it's an archetype that like Smash could use, and also maybe Sheik is like that too. Sheik kind of fits an archetype of like a character that like isn't here yet. I'll put Sheik in I don't know. They'll stay in there for now. Because I'm not entirely sure yet. We need to see, because we're going to cut a lot of these guys later on. So we'll see. Wario stays. I think Wario stays. Snake we can put in I don't know. But I feel like he'll go into Goes. So we'll see. Ike fits an archetype, so I'll put him in I don't know, but later Fire Emblem characters are not going to have that same privilege. Pokemon Trainer, I don't know for now. This counts as 1 though. Echoes and others. Put them there for now. They don't matter for the purpose of our list. Diddy Kong can stay. I feel like Donkey Kong in general as a series could use 2 reps. Just as a whole, so that's fine. Lucas goes. That one's easy. That one you don't have to think twice about. Sonic I feel like stays. DDD stays. Olimar stays. Lucario I don't know, but I feel like he doesn't take as high priority as Mewtwo. Like if one of these 2 stays, it's gonna be Mewtwo. Rob, I'll be honest, I don't know. Rob is kind of the I don't know right now for me. Toon Link can go. We already have Link. You're here just to fill a quota for Ultimate. Wolf goes. Villager stays. Mega Man, I don't know, but will probably end up going. Wii Fit goes. Rosalina goes. Lil Mac, I don't know, because I feel like if they reboot Smash, they would want to first focus on Nintendo franchise representation. Like, just broadly speaking. But Punch-Out isn't getting new games, so he'll be more on the chopping block if we have to. Greninja, I feel like, is more of a high priority than Lucario, even. Just because Pokemon still fucks hard with Greninja. All the Miis go. All the Miis go. Nintendo is, like, not giving 2 shits about the Miis. They're replacing Switch Sports. And I don't even think they would fill, like, the user-created quota with the Switch Sports avatars. I just think they would go entirely. Palutena goes. I think Kid Icarus has only earned 1 rep, and I would argue has still only earned 1 rep. So that's easy. Pac-Man, I don't know. It's an important character, but like we'll get to it when we have to start making some hard cuts. Robin goes, that's easy. Shulk stays. Shulk genuinely stays. And the reason Shulk stays is because they're still making new Xenoblade games. Right? Xenoblade 3 was only like a couple years ago. Xenoblade X is coming out this year on the Switch. Shulk can stay. Junior goes. Duck Hunt, my gut is just to cut him. Because I feel like I don't know about Game & Watch, but like this is a low priority. You know? We'll put all third parties mostly in I don't know and get to them later, with the exception of Sonic. Corrin goes, Bayonetta. I'll put in I don't know, Because I wonder if the Smashers ballot will impact their decisions to keep a character. But I also think, like, Bayo was hotter on Bayo 2. I didn't see anyone talking about Bayo 3 other than the voice actor controversy, so I kind of... I'll put her in goes. Inkling absolutely stays. Not even a question. I think also Ridley stays. Simon, third party, we'll just put in I don't know for now. K-Rool goes. Isabel might stay over Villager. But I also think Villager is a nice, like, blanket representation of the Animal Crossing series. Whereas Isabel is mostly just a New Leaf rep. I know she was in New Horizons, but she was really a New Leaf rep. So I'll put her in goes. Incineroar... I'm going to put Lucario in goes. Incineroar in I don't know. Because I feel like my order for keeping these is like Mewtwo 1, Greninja 2, Incineroar 3. But Incineroar has also become like kind of iconic in and of himself lately, so... Well, Greninja is also Legend ZA. We'll probably get Mega Greninja. So... Yeah, that's still my order. Piranha Plant absolutely goes. Joker, I don't know. Hero, I don't know. Banjo, no way he comes back. Assuming if we cut it in half, that is. He's such a low third party yet. Terry, I don't know, just because Sakurai seems to really like Fatal Fury. But he's not as high priority as Ryu. Byleth, Min Min. I think those were just to fill DLC slots, if we could be honest. So, yeah, no. Steve, I'll put in I don't know, but I actually do think I think he takes priority over, like, most of the third parties here. I don't think Sephiroth... There's not a chance Sephiroth makes it with, like, how cutthroat this is. There's no chance. Pyramithra are one character. So that fills one slot, but they also don't make it in. They don't make it in. Kazuya and Sora, I don't know. So where does that leave us? So we have more in stays than goes, so we just have split, I don't know, in half. And that's it. We just have to split the ones we're uncertain about in half. So I think I want to split, I don't know, 2 in half. Oh, I didn't make a new one. Whatever. It does the job. So we need to just split this in half. And then we're done. Okay? The stays, 2, 2. We have one more in stay. And it's 50-50. So we split this in half. I don't know, yes. I don't know, no. Just so it doesn't get confusing. Sheik, yes. Mewtwo, yes. Game & Watch, yes. Zero Suit, yes. Damn, all of these I'm like yes to. I think Rob, no. I think Mega Man, no. I think Pac-Man... Well... it's so tough, right? Because now we get to, like, the actual hard part of this list of just, like... cutting down the characters you're, like, 50-50 on. And I think, like, ultimately, some of these do have just seniority, right? Because I think melee, 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 brawl, 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 brawl kind of skews, like, how I'm approaching this. Because I don't think... Snake got cut, Mewtwo got cut, Pokemon Trainer eventually got cut, but that was for hardware limitations with Charizard. And Ice Climbers would never have gotten cut from Smash 4 if it weren't for the 3DS. So maybe we put Ice Climbers in, I don't know, man. But that makes it harder, because now... Who do you keep over Ice Climbers? I think we cut both Konami characters. I think if you cut a Square Enix character, you just get rid of all of them. So that's fine. I think Microsoft's willing to play ball with no matter who you ask. So they're a yes, right? Make this bigger too. I think Steve right now for me is a yes. This is Bandai Namco, but I also think they just have priority because they made the game. People like Kazuya. I don't know. Fatal Furies, no. I think even with like Sakurai at the helm, you can't justify it. Look at all these Pokemon together. Incineroar gets cut. Keep this roughly chronological. Incineroar gets cut. These two stay. These guys get in just because of melee. Greninja stays here for now. But I also think this fills the Pokemon quota. But then you're doing only Gen 1 Pokemon throughout. Pokemon Trainer is also like cheating. Because Pokemon Trainer is just like... It's like a better deal of a character than others, you know? But it's such a good representation of the series. They like using Mewtwo, though. Who do we have? We have Jigglypuff. The first 12 stay. I wouldn't... You don't cut those. Like, to me, just straight up, you don't cut those. Right? Oh, this is so hard. I think Ryu stays. I think Lil Mac goes. I think Lil Mac goes. Oh, dude. Okay. We need to cut these down. What rep does Fire Emblem just have Marth? I think you have to keep Ike. You might also have to keep... No, you don't keep Byleth. Because they just do whatever the new one is. It's Smash, though. If we're being real here, I think, like... I think Fire Emblem gets 3 reps, if we're being honest. So Ike definitely has to stay. But then does... Oh, Joker goes. Hang on, Joker goes. I think Kazuya goes, but Pac-Man stays. I think Ike stays, but I also wonder if any Fire Emblem characters that we cut, because I don't think Byleth does. I think we've moved past Byleth. Chrom definitely no. I think Fire Emblem with 2 reps is fine. Well then, okay, did I put anyone in stays that should actually leave? No, right? Shulk, Inkling, Ridley. That's your 2 reps for... Well, Ridley... Hang on. Ridley stayed off for such a long time. Would people miss Zero Suit Samus more than they would miss Ridley? I think Ridley is such a... He would have gone in if Sakurai got over the he's too big thing. And so because of that, now that we have the character in and it doesn't feel weird, I think that just takes the spot. Right? I think Ridley stays. Because the Metroid series has also been building Ridley up as, like, kind of the central antag over Mother Brain. I know that Dread has a new one, but... This is tough. We have to cut 2 more. Do we? I actually think it's even now. Because we have 2 more slots. We're cheating a little bit. Because I think it doesn't do an even split. But if we did this, keep these roughly chronological, so that's like here. That's here. That makes a nice cut of like melee, you know. Greninja was Smash 4. Zero Suit was early Brawl. Was Zero Suit revealed before? After Midnight. It's like this, I think. Then Ryu stays. Right? I feel fine about that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. When did Rob get revealed? He was Brawl. You want something like this, right? There's Lil Mac. After Rosalina, the Smash Ultimate DLC. Base Game Ultimate. Also Base Game Ultimate. Where's Lucario? It's like here. And we're just cutting Square Enix. We're just assuming that, like, if one doesn't get in, we'll just cut all of them. Which feels fine. Yeah. Okay. Take a wider look at this. We're cutting like all of Smash Ultimate's DLC except for Steve, which I think is funny. So who do we have? Does anything feel wrong? Mario has 1, 2, 3, 4 reps? Is that right? We're cutting Rosalina. So yeah, 4 reps. Wario 1, Zelda 3. Mario 4 is fine, right? DK 2, Kirby 3. Star Fox 2 almost feels like too much if I'm being honest, but we have to add Falco just for Smash privileges. Jigglypuff has to stay because the original 12. But Pokemon now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Pokemon has more reps than Mario. Ooh. Do you get rid of Mewtwo then? Is Greninja, because I know Greninja was the most popular Pokemon, but like, to my knowledge, they haven't really done anything new with him since the 3DS era, right? He's not on Ash's team anymore. He hasn't gotten a new form since Sun and Moon. But then again, they'll probably do something new with him for Legend ZA, so we're looking ahead. Mewtwo, on the other hand, I think he was in a movie since then. I think you cut Mewtwo. Straight up. I think you get rid of Mewtwo. You make this more goes than stays. Right? Pokemon Trainer basically counts as fucking 3 characters anyways, so that's fine. Sheik and Zelda. So Zelda has 4, Mario has 4, Pokemon has 4. Right? Pokemon has 4 right now? Yeah. Animal Crossing has 1. Would argue Isabelle almost deserves it because of New Horizons now. But I also think by that logic, you would expect... No, it's a clone. No, you don't need Isabel. We don't need Isabel. Inkling obviously stays. Fire Emblem having 2 reps feels like too little. If we want to bring any of these guys from Fire Emblem, I would do Robin. Just because he's the more, like, general... He represents mages. Then Byleth represents Archer, Lance, and Axe. All in one. So what's more important? I feel like bringing Byleth in is like a really hot take. Over some of these other ones, though. Like, does Cloud come back? Does Mega Man come back? You know? Like, let me reframe my mindset real quick, because, like, I think Mario, Peach, Bowser, Luigi are safe. You don't touch the Mario reps at all. But then those have 4, so I feel like the pillars of Nintendo are Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, Kirby, Animal Crossing, and I feel like... and Fire Emblem. But I feel like 3... If you're doing Kirby gets 3, Fire Emblem getting 3 is fine, because I think I would put those at a lower tier anyways. Donkey Kong getting Donkey and Diddy is fine, right? I just like Pac-Man as like a... as like, he's like Mr. Video Games, the same as Mario. Pikmin's only ever had one rep, so that's fine. Is Kid Icarus getting over Punch-Out? I think Sakurai bias, yes. I think Sakurai bias, yes. And I don't think that's a hot take. Does Steve get in? We're also saying, like, this is the roster, you know? I think Steve gets in. That's such a fucking important character. So what, your third-party rep is Sega, Microsoft, Capcom, Namco. I almost feel like Nintendo would want to honor their partners by giving everyone a rep back, but I also don't think SNK is important enough. I think Konami is. I think Square Enix is. Does Cloud come back? Who do you fucking swap with Cloud then? I'm like looking at these lists, and I'm like, how do you cut... You cut Greninja for Cloud, but do you actually, you know? I think also if you're hitting a quota, I think the only reason the original 12 were ever safe is because they had no reason to not bring them back. But I think if you're doing limitations, maybe you cut Jigglypuff and keep Greninja. Oh, it's so controversial, right? I realistically don't see any of the original 12 ever getting cut. I'm like agonizing over this, dude. I realistically do not see any of the original 12 ever getting cut. Like, ever. No matter what they do with this series. If they reboot it and, like, there's 16 characters, all of them will be the original. Well, is that true? Is that true? Because I think... Let me go through this list, okay? Obviously, 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 obviously. Obviously, obviously. Not obvious, but yeah. Not obvious, but yeah. Not obvious, but Jigglypuff's the one that stands out in the original 12. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to get off this train of thought because I don't think I'm going to feel good about touching it, so we won't. These two stay forever. Oh. Fuck it. That's just in the background. Marth. Byleth is such a funny... What other Nintendo Donkey Kong? Is Fire Emblem on the same level of Donkey Kong? No. But, like... This stands out to me. Put Cloud in. Right? Get Square Enix a rep, and then I feel like Konami needs a rep. Sega Atlas, Sonic. Does Konami need a rep? No, they don't. I changed my mind. No, they don't. But Square Enix does. Square Enix does, I think. It's another sword character, but it's like different, you know? It would feel like a major step backwards to cut Cloud. Do you cut Ike? No. You don't cut Wario. I think it's my list. Because we're within one, because it's not a 50-50 cut. Pokemon Trainer is cheating. Right? Is there anything here that feels weird that they're not in? Rob. But we're so used to Rob in Ultimate. If Rob wasn't going Ultimate, people would be fine with cutting him. But I think because he's such a main, like... Almost like a main character in the competitive scene, that skews it, but he can go. Like, realistically, he can go, so it's fine. Okay, this is my list. Okay. If I think any harder about this, I'm gonna make, like, more changes. I think I'm comfortable with this. Like, genuinely, I think I'm comfortable with this. Okay, what I want to do now is... Because I did this list off-stream a while ago. Like, I did this list like a year ago by myself. I want to look up what I did for that list to compare. Let me see if I can find it. Twitter search has gotten, like, so much more ass over the last months where I can't just look up my handle. I have to go through, like, the advanced search now. From these accounts, mine. All these words. Smash. Half. Search. Okay, I found my original list. I want to see if I have the same opinion. So here's my list. Circa... This was at the start of last year. I don't remember what I did for lists. Okay. So this was then versus now. How do we get these side by side? Give me a second. Probably lay these out like this. Okay, so stays, Mario, Donkey Kong. Did I do the original 12? I did do the original 12. So I agree with myself, even back then. Even a year ago. Inkling, yes. Bowser, yes. Yes. Diddy Kong, Ridley. Yep. I did Sheik too, which I debated. DD Mennonite, Pokemon Trainer. Did I do... Oh, I cut... Did I cut Mewtwo? Was that a big one? I feel like I'm missing. No, this is it. Where's Mewtwo? Oh, I did cut Mewtwo. Okay. Cool. So I cut Mewtwo and cut Greninja. So Pokemon only had 3 reps. Interesting. But I used Little Mac. And Mega... No. Why did I keep Mega Man? Why did I keep Mega Man? I kept Cloud. I did Robin. I just did Robin. Okay. Interesting. Who else? I kept Ridley. So these were pretty close. A year ago, I kept Lil Mac. I kept Mega Man. And I cut down on Pokemon. Who else did I swap? Who got the boot because of that? I'm looking back and forth. I feel like I cut a big one then. Right? Or did I do... No, it was the same. It was a similar split. What's the main difference here? Steve, Ridley, Cloud. I can't discern it. Whatever. All right. This is it, right? Where did I put... Oh, I kept Ice Climbers. Oh, huh. I kept Ice Climbers. That's so funny. Do I agree with that? Kinda. Whatever. A year ago, I didn't agree with that decision, though. Okay. Interesting. It was like 2 different changes, but we're at least like on the money. So, depending on the day, I would cut Ice Climbers or cut a 3rd Pokemon rep. Huh. Cool. All right.